again. Bill Pfeiffer speaking from Mary's Field. 1 week from now will be Christmas Eve. So we want to share a little bit about Christmas today. If you can subscribe and press the like button, that would be nice. We do have about 300 now podcasts that are available. So if you'd like to go back, and some really wonderful stories in the beginning, and we're going to repeat a few of those down the road. But there are 300 there for you, so that there is something if each day if you're interested in hearing something. And always listen, as I mentioned before, with your heart, not with your head. From here up, you can control things. From here down, you have to be open and risk actually for something. So a week from now, we'll be at Christmas Eve, and it made me think back a little bit on our first Christmas, Cindy and I, in Illinois. Uh, we didn't have a tree, and so I remember going out and collecting pine cones and gluing them together to make about a foot high tree out of pine cones. I remember Cindy cutting up a velvet dress that she had and making a stocking for me, a little cotton on the top and so on, and we pinned it on the drapes that we had, and it's a little bit different now, 47 years later. We gathered the family, our 6 children, their grandchildren, and so on. We end up celebrating the Eucharist, and then we have a beautiful meal, and then we share presents. Things change, but the same truth is available. And the Word was made flesh. That's really the reason we celebrate this wonderful feast. The word flesh that is used in the scriptures that the authors use with sarx. Sarx is fleshy flesh. It's really wet, dripping with humanity. And so when Jesus became a man, he became fully man, if you will, dripping with all of the things of humanity that involve us. It really involved him. He became fully man and fully God. And that was the gift that the Father had given to us. It was his little baby cutting like a spear into our history, into our lives, giving us the ability to rise out of our own selfishness, our own sinfulness, our own self-centeredness, and that's the marvelous thing. He transforms us, the way that we think, the way that we act, the way that we relate to others. So it's a real story about a real person, and has entered into our history in a way that really has transformed us. Um, I'd like to share a little bit of Thomas Keating, of one of the Christmas homilies he gave. He says the joy of Christmas is the intuition, the knowledge that all limitations to growth into all that we are supposed to become, into our growth, into all that we are supposed to have been overcome. All of the problems and so on have been overcome. The divine light cuts across all darkness, prejudice, preconceived ideas, prepackaged values, false expectations, phoniness, and hypocrisy. It presents us with the truth. That truth that sets people free. Oh man, if we could only understand that. To act out of this truth is to make Christ grow not only in ourselves, but also in others. We continue to say, and it is true, transformed people transform people. Jesus came, became a little child, became a human being, and all that implied, to teach us the way to be able to become more human ourselves, and certainly divine as well. He further says, this awareness of this transformation that Jesus has come to give us, it just transforms all of our worldly concepts of security into the security of accepting the love of God. And our own present and our own unknown future. It's our own wonderful present and our own wonderful future. It's unknown, but when you trust in God completely, you don't worry about anything. And that's the thing with this baby. We can do that, huh? The greatest safety, he says, is to take that risk. The greatest safety is in taking the risk of allowing him to come into our lives to transform us. That's why he came, to take care of all of the craziness and junk in our lives. So the greatest safety is to take that risk everything else is dangerous. Boy, isn't that something? To take that risk is the greatest safety, and everything else becomes something dangerous. So, for this Christmas, this is our 47th. This is the 40, no, the 58th, 59th time that I will be celebrating the Eucharist at Christmas. What a wonderful thing that is, and now I'm able to do it for my family, huh? So, Cindy put together a beautiful Christmas card, a classical painting on the outside of the card. I don't know where it came from, some classical painter. The very back of the card says, "Jesus is the reason for the season." The front says, "Oh, come, let us adore him." And the little greeting to our friends with some written things from Cindy and me in a personal way. May God fill your life with love, joy, and peace this Christmas and throughout the coming year. Love, Bill, and Cindy. So be open to the child. You want to be available to this child, to allow the child to come and to take care of all of the things that keep us from being whole. He came to transform us and gives us the ability to become more than we are at the present moment. And that's just a wonderful thing. Happiness tomorrow always depends on doing the truth today. The truth came, and that truth, is the stuff that really does free us. So be happy, be hopeful, enjoy your family, enjoy Christmas, and remember the reason he came, to transform you, to help to lift you up, to deal with all of the junk in your life so that you can transform others. Good to be with you. We'll speak about Christmas again a little bit more in the a few days that we have before Christmas coming up. Good to be with you. God bless. You have my thoughts and prayers. Please, yours.